All right, 9:40 is the time right now. The March Madness continues today in Texas as Florida's men's basketball team is getting a shot at another national championship tonight in San Antonio. The Gators will face off against the Houston Cougars in a game you can watch right here on WSA 9. Tip-off is set for 8:50 p.m. All right, to talk more about tonight's championship game, let's bring in former Georgetown point guard Chris Wright. Chris, all right, we're down to the last two standing for that one shining moment. Let's start with, real quick, over the weekend, did anything surprise you?
First off, I got to give a major shout out to AZ Fudd. She's the most outstanding player, the UConn Huskies women national title. She's at St. John's. That's why I'm wearing my SJC shirt today.
Oh, okay.
She's a St. John's alum. She's battled through a lot of injuries. She has tore ACL 2 times. So to see her on this stage and for her family to be a part of that, I just want to show a lot of love and support to AZ for what she's been through. So
right, she had 24. She had 24 and 5 in the championship game. So that's good for UConn. Yeah. All right. So we got to get through it quick. Two teams left. What you got?
I got it's for me. It's gonna be tough. I got Florida. Unfortunately, I have Florida. I have Florida losing to St. John's, but Florida's playing so well right now. I'm rooting for Houston because I love what Kelvin Sampson represents as a coach and defensive minded. That game between Duke and Houston was one of the best college basketball games we've seen in a while. It was filled with a lot of drama. Cooper Flagg was sensational. The comeback for the Houston Cougars was sensational. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if Houston can pull this off. Even though I have Florida, I want Houston to win. I think Kelvin Sampson, seeing Akeem Olajuwon on the sideline, jumping up and down, and just the intensity and how they come back. It's one of those teams that just never quit. They never gave up. They never showed any type of nervousness or anything. So it's going to be tough, though. Florida's one of those teams that if they can, if Walter Clayton Jr. is looking like a first-round draft pick, and if Elijah Martin steps up with him, it's going to be tough for Houston to beat them. I really believe that. And I think Walter Clayton is sensational.
Right. And Elijah Martin, I mean, he's got one of the greatest last names I've ever heard. Elijah Martin. But all right, so real quick, I know we're almost out of time. Could you believe, though, Houston's defense, tremendous, held Duke to one bucket in the last 10 minutes of the game? That says a lot about Houston.
It says a lot about their character. It says a lot about their mentality on that team. Also, what's interesting, a lot of times when you get late game situations like that, you start fouling. You start playing the foul game. You start trying to commit fouls in order to put them on the free throw and stop the clock. They didn't do any of that. They played straight up defense. They played man-to-man in your face. It almost had a little Georgetown old school feel to it.
Okay.
They were on top of you. They were on top of you and made them force Duke in a tough shot. So it was a really interesting thing to see, and it showed their belief in their system and their identity. So, that's why watching Houston, makes you kind of root for them.
Okay. All right, Chris, thank you very much. We appreciate your expertise. It has been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, sir. All right. We'll be right back.